During COVID-19 pandemic, I felt anxious. Sometimes I used to wake up at midnight because of my anxiety. I was suffering through the grief of losing my grandparents. My mother was in hospital and I felt weak. It felt like suddenly my life was falling apart. I realized that life is very uncertain. You could lose your loved ones, go through financial losses, or at any point life can hit you on your face. Then how do you handle yourself when things fall apart? The answer is you start strengthening yourself years before the pandemic occurs, or before life puts you down. I have learned that our life is made up of building blocks known as habits, and our habits decide whether we are strong or weak, successful or failure. It determines whether you are an alpha or a beta in the society. The original concept of this video was to talk about 3 habits that improved my life drastically and helped me to become a better version of myself. But then I thought, let's be honest, building new habits is not that easy, and building more than one habit at the same time under normal circumstances is definitely the road to failure. It's not gonna work. So that is why I thought, why not talk about one habit that has the potential to change every single aspect of your life immediately after you start cultivating that habit. My school life was great, but only until 10th grade. After that, it felt more like a pressure cooker. What career path you want to choose, you need to find your passion. You can't change it in future. Success, failure, career opportunities, blah 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 blah. And then I did the best thing. I took a gap year. Even after the fact that I had a huge amount of interest in science and particularly physics, I still felt very confused. Honestly speaking, I felt a little bit depressed, and that's when I started meditating. Spoiler alert, this video is not about meditation. This is the first habit out of those 3 habits. It's been more than 5 years since I started meditating. Habit number 2 is exercising. I started going to gym a while ago, but even from my school days, I was very passionate about taking my health seriously, and the major reason behind it was my mother. She sacrificed her health because of other toxic people. Therefore, she always taught me that health should be your first priority. You should never take your health for granted. You should work to maintain it. And another obvious reason was that I wanted to be strong enough to take care of my mother. I've been a curious person even as a child, but recently I got fascinated about reading books, particularly about self-improvement. And also I heard that reading books makes you smarter and more sexy, so I thought it might get me laid. The 3 habits that made me a better person in every aspect of my life are meditation, exercise and reading. But these 3 are very different in terms of effort and result. If you meditate today for 10 minutes, you might feel relaxed and experience stress relief, but maybe 1 hour later, you will be back into your previous state of mind. If you continue to do it for 1 month, then you might experience some positive effects on your mood and alertness, but those effects will be very minimal. The results that you get after 1 month are minimal. The results that you get after 1 year are quite significant, but the results that you get after 5 to 10 years are mind-blowing. But it doesn't mean that those first few weeks or months were useless. Like any other habit, it takes some time to see some visible results. So the best benefit of meditation is that you learn to listen to your intuition. All the external noises become less significant and your internal voice amplifies. It's like having a compass like Captain Jack Sparrow had in Pirates of Caribbean, which tells you what direction you want to move in.
This compass does not point north.
Hey, where does it point?
It points to the thing you want most in this world.
The most important benefit of having that compass is that it takes you through the journey that is meaningful to you. That is more important than the destination. Now this doesn't happen overnight, but if you have a growth mindset, then eventually this will happen. Sorry for being too much motivational, but this is very important. This habit will change your perspective about life, but this habit takes some time to truly experience the big benefits, and therefore I don't recommend to start from here. Now about the habit of exercising. When I started cultivating this habit, I started feeling more energetic, confident and focused just after first week. So along with this habit, if your diet is clean, your sleep schedule is consistent, then after 3 to 5 years you build an aesthetic body. And by aesthetic body, I don't mean bodybuilders, I mean the aesthetic body. Then there comes a stage known as workout plateau. Now you stop seeing any major results, but it doesn't mean that you stop exercising, because when you are not growing, you are shrinking. So you need to stay consistent with this habit for the rest of your life. Although the good feeling and stress relief that occurs during and after a workout will still be consistent, assuming that you were training with a healthy mindset and were enjoying the process. I myself have not reached at that point yet. In fact, I am at very early stage, but I have heard about this from others. After this, staying consistent doesn't require too much effort, but you need to stay a bit disciplined if you want to keep making further progress. So I just came back from gym. So today it was leg and core muscles day. My legs are shaking, but it was fun. Third habit is reading. There is no limit to what you can learn with this habit. It is mostly a linear equation. The amount of time you spend reading equals the amount of progress you see. But there is a catch. This habit can soon become an addiction. Addiction for novelty. The human brain is designed to seek information, to learn. But as soon you start getting information just for the sake of getting information and not really using that information, then this habit is not serving you the right way. Because as my teacher used to say, there's no point of reading 1,000 books on how to drive if you are never practically sitting in front of steering wheel and driving the car. Look, there's no point of reading 1,000 books if you are not using lessons learned from anyone. It's not about getting more and more amount of information. It's about how much information you are able to utilize and digest. It's about how much you have evolved to think in a better way, because there's abundance of knowledge out there. You cannot read every book ever written in the history, and you don't need to. It's about learning to be selective with what knowledge you need. So if you can be mindful of what you are reading, why you are reading, and how you are going to utilize it, then this can be one of the most effective habits in your life. There are so many other habits related to self-improvement, but these three are, according to me, very, very important. I'm sharing what I have experienced. I think the first habit from where you should start your self-improvement journey should be exercising. Like, this is the habit that will change everything. Listen to me closely. Energy is the basis of everything. This habit ignites fire in your belly immediately after you start cultivating this habit, and I mean immediately. We are looking here for instant results, because in beginning you need to see instant results, because it will give you momentum to stay consistent and move further on the journey of self-improvement. Building a new habit is not easy, and I myself have struggled with so many habits in my life. But believe me, exercising was one of the easiest habits that I have ever built, because the good feeling that you get during and after a workout is actually addictive, and therefore you don't need any external motivation. When you exercise every day, you feel more energetic, you are able to do more of the things that you want to do. You start seeing yourself becoming better version of yourself. Along with this, you start making healthy choices in life, like avoiding junk food, saying no to drugs and alcohol, and in general moving towards living a great life. The thing with this habit is that it does not only affect your body, it also affects your mind and soul. Don't get me wrong, all these three habits are life-changing habits, all three. but I wanted to give some advice based on my experience about what is the best place to start, and then slowly you can make progress and integrate other good habits. So that's a wrap. Start with exercise, but that's definitely not the end. We are just getting started. See you in next video. Be the best version of yourself. Live a great life. Peace.